relate to non-binary people? How do you relate to people from the other gender, from other persuasions? And how do you give them grace and invite them in love, in partnership, to build a better world? How are we building our city? Who has access? Some of us have tremendous privilege in being gatekeepers. So ask yourself, as a gatekeeper, who am I keeping out? Who am I inviting in? What are the policies that we have that, while well-intended, really have negative repercussions in our community? So it is time to observe and to change our ways. And I want to invite the City of Bellingham to take a lead, to join in this partnership. There is the ability to move a budget. A budget is a moral document. And with that budget, we can make a difference. We can create a city where access is not limited to just a few. Dr. Johnson already gave us a big history about racialization. Now our job is, how do we show up in partnership? How do we build a power with government structure where all communities have representation, where everybody has access? Thank you very much.
So the question is, how am I using my privilege?
Storm Greg's watching my life.
How am I going to go back on Monday morning and demand my job to show diversity in it? To tell my company that we need equity and inclusion and diversity in our company. And not us leading it, but people that look like these people on the stage that's leading it. We have a diverse people in Bellingham that does this for a living, including me. And yet I keep hearing, we're doing the work, we're doing the work. And I said, while you're trying to do the work and you're trying to listen, people that look like me are dying. So I'm not going to take your tears anymore. Like, do the work. Point blank period. Do the work. Do the work. I don't want to hear I'm trying or anything. Like I showed you my baby. He's 3 years old. And he shouldn't be up here 30 years later saying the same thing we are saying. The next speaker you will hear is my namesake. We both go by the name TJ, but our real names are Terrence. Give it up for my lovely brother, Terrence TJ Adams.
How's everyone doing out there? Well, my name's Ketaluk. I come from the Lummi Nation. That's the name that was given to me by my ancestors, by my family, my uncle, my mother. I carry that name dear to my heart, proud with my chin up. My government name's Terrence Adam. That's my borrowed name. I use that name when I come to town to try to utilize these services, to try to go in and buy a cheeseburger. We're here to let everybody know we don't get the same treatment that everybody else gets when we go into these places. We're asking you not for sympathy, but empathy. Empathy is understanding. That's all we want. Open heart, open mind, open spirit. Our elders call that astitum son. Excuse me, I correct myself. Ike Squallowans. Ike Squallowans. That's one heart, one spirit, one mind. That's what I'm asking each and every one of you to be here today. Open your heart, not your mind. I'm going to share this song. It is our way, the Lummi Nation way. We open in a prayer. I'm just here to bring this the best way I know how. I hope it finds you in good heart and good spirit. Osiem. Now, I wish I had a bunch of women scream like I did for that guy that sang that national anthem. Hey. No, I'm married, dude. My wife's on her way, so you guys quit it. Hey. I appreciate one and all that embraces my way of life, my thing that I was taught as a kid. I was taught to hold my hands in respect and love. That's how I honor somebody. I respect you. I hold my hands up to you. I hold you all dear to my heart. A little bit of history of myself. I told you my Indian name's Ketalak. He's a great warrior chief. He lived right here. These are our villages: Sihome, Kolshan, Simiamu. Now these are nice places that people live. They go to play golf. My people bled there. My people were buried there. My people suffered there. Like you heard me said, I'm not here looking for any sympathy. We're all here for unity. That's what I want to do right now, each and every one of you. If you guys can scream, and I got brothers, I got sisters that are sitting right on that hill, incarcerated for things. It's about time that we stop pulling our brothers and our sisters out. If you have any attorneys here, anybody that's here that works for the law, it's about time we stop plea bargaining. After you plea bargain, you're no longer employable. You no longer can get housing. That's the plan. Fight. That's what we're here to do with love. So at this time, I want everybody, if we can try to do it all at once, this is a lot of people, I want to yell peace, love, and prayer. That's why I'm here. So I want to yell peace, love, prayer as loud as you can. Let our brothers and sisters hear us up there. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Peace, love, prayer.
There's always a warm-up. I MC basketball games, so that was good, but I expect better with this many people here. So we're going to try it again. Let's go, people. Let them hear it. You know, I see all these kids, this little girl's got her ears covered like fireworks. I do fireworks, so that's familiar, okay? Let's remind that we got little kids here, but we want them to hear us. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Peace, love, prayer.
Oh, man, I'm ready. I'm pumped up. Just like you heard me say, I'm just so grateful and humbled by the experience to be here and share a little bit about who I am and where I come from. And you know, I was taught at a young age, you know, a little bit about me. I grew up 2 minutes up this hill right on Walnut Street, right behind that church. Went to Columbia Elementary School, went to Bellingham, Squalicum, Shuckson. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of who I am and where I come from. I'm very fortunate my mother, my grandmother, and my grandpa, they moved us off the reservation and moved us into Bellingham. Because they wanted us to have friends. They wanted us to have tools and access in our tool belt so that when we come here, our lives are always going to be intertwined. If we can accept that and know that, and always preach love, unity, and respect, who knows what respect is? How many can look at another man and respect them for who they are, for what they come in as? The work I do, I go in each and every day and I get looked at because of my tats or my shoes. I work really hard for what I have and what I did. And so that my son, just like the other little TJ, has a safe and healthy environment. That's all I want to do is be able to create my own footsteps, my own tracks, so that there's a place my son could follow. You know, I go off feeling in love, and the feeling in love I get from each and every one of you, everybody sitting from the far to the back. You know, I feel nothing but love and unity. That's my message. Empathy. Understanding. We're not asking you guys to come and feel bad for us. Come and stand with us, beside us, not behind us. You know what we're going through. As you heard it said, I could come into town and I don't receive the same service, the same respect, the same love that I give, that I was taught, that was instilled in me at a young age. It doesn't matter how big, how tall, what color, what they look like. So with that, I just appreciate each and every one of you for having me and my leaders here, and I hold my hands up to my Lummi Nation leaders, Selena and Nick Lewis that are here. True leadership follows their people, stands with their people. We go through our own stuff and our own stuff on the reservation. We struggle each and every day. That's what was explained to me. In a treaty, we were promised this, and this. And then they put us on that. Swampland, marshland, unbuildable land. But you know what? We made the best of it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love where I come from. I love my roots. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here to support TJ, the movement, and I see my cousin Trezell. He plays at Wacom, represents his people very proud, travels across the United States, many different reservations to represent his people for his grandfather. So I hold my hands up. That's what was taught to me. Each and every one of you, this little girl, we all have gifts in this life. In our community, we're taught we all have a gift. Expose your gift, find your gift, because no gift is given. It's up to you to go out and find it and seek it. And if you see a little bit of it, my grandpa says, start grabbing it. That's up to you to take it and fill your tool belt and your treasure chest. So I want to say love one and all, peace, love, and prayer. And let's continue to stand in the Lummi Nation way. We believe in the cedar tree. This is our lifeline. This is what keeps us going on the red path, on the red road. I see kindling, cedar trees. My dad tells me, pieces of kindling, you could break it and throw it in a fire. But a cedar tree and all those kindlings together is unbreakable. That's us. Otium!
Thanks, TJ. Thanks, namesake. Next person we're going to hear from is one of my elders also, Miss Deidre. Let's give her a hand after her.
I'm obeying the rules. When I came to Washington State in 1999, I didn't come here for a better life. I had a good life. I came here following somebody else up here. When George Floyd left Texas, he left there to go to Minnesota to have a better life. I know he didn't want his life to end like that. But I just want to let y'all know that I believe that today George Floyd has a better life. I believe he's with his mother right now. I believe he's wrapped in the arms of a loving Savior right now. And I heard our president say, George is happy because the economy is 2.5%. They done got 2.5 million jobs. I know George is happy. If George was to be happy about anything, it would be that those 4 cops that murdered him are behind bars right now. When Dee and Terrence asked me to speak, I had to really search my heart to think about what I was going to say. And I want to say this real quick. My little son, Nathan, from the 1600s, standing here singing, lift every voice and sing, touch my heart. And I'm following behind Dr. Imani with my notes. He made me feel good. Because I started talking about my father 42 years ago. I started talking about my trip to Disneyland so I can keep on track with my notes. I asked myself, what can I talk about? So the first thing I started thinking about, talking about, I got some words. And they were keep moving. I'm going to lay that to the side to the end. Is that all right? My first thought was I did not want to lose anybody when I was talking. I wanted to be safe when I was talking. And as I thought more, I said, that's called neutrality. When you are neutral about a situation like Black Lives Matter, you become complicit in that very situation. When you become neutral about something you believe for or believe in, and you become silent, it's just the same as participating in the people who are propagating the racism. So we gotta speak out, you guys. I thought when I said, if I talked about Black Lives Matter, when I ran it through people, first thing they said to me was, you know, all lives matter. I understand that, and I'm gonna deal with that one in a minute. I'm sharing my thoughts. The purpose of this protest, we have people with a mindset, one group of people. We talking about y'all, all us coming together and fighting for a common cause. Once we started doing that, what they started talking about? Looting. And then what was said, if they loot, shoot them in the United States of America, I don't want us to get off track. Keep our minds on why we're here, what we're doing, who we came here for, how we going to respond to what's going on in the United States of America, y'all. I'm not in Tehran, Iran. I'm not in Syria. I'm here. I am an African American living on soil I was born on. But I'm tired of seeing what I'm seeing. I'm tired of what's going on in this country. And when my brother was up here talking about Native Americans, blacks and brown people have suffered long enough. It's got to quit. It's got to stop. There's got to be a change that's coming. So I said to myself, okay, if I talk about the current administration, I know it's going to happen. If I say, it's like a game. If I say Trump, they say Obama. If I say Trump did it, they say Obama did it. So I said, okay, I can't talk about that. If I talk about politics, what it said to me, never talk about politics and religion. Maybe that's why we got where we are now, because we didn't talk about politics and religion. So what do I do? What do I speak about? I'm standing here without my mask so you can see my face. I'm speaking from my heart. I've been crying and crying about all this stuff. Seeing the knee in the neck of George Floyd was the straw that broke this camel's back. That was way too much for me to try and take in. So I'm going to speak with you guys with the integrity and the wisdom that God gave me to just hit a couple of misconceptions that are out there. And I'm speaking the truth without venom or without hatred. So if it's any white supremacists out here, I want y'all to know I ain't got nothing against you. I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. I just hope you find it in your heart to change. And I hope if I did anything you think I did to make you feel like that, then it's time that you accept my apology. Because I want us to move onward and upward from this point on. Man, y'all don't know what it did. See, when I say sister, I'm talking about black women. Brother, I'm talking about black brothers. But when I saw all my white brothers and sisters out there marching side by side with us for our cause, it touched my heart. I knew that God was moving across the land. Even though he may have been moving slowly at this point, He's moving, and all of us are moving together. So I want to thank, since I found out we was on the air, thank you, brothers and sisters in St. Petersburg, Florida. Thank you, brothers and sisters in North Dakota. Thank you, brothers and sisters in Alabama. Thank you, brothers and sisters in Germany, in Spain, in Italy, in Great Britain, in Canada. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We can't do it without y'all. Man, when I see them beautiful, beautiful white women out there, Reverend Al Sharpton said they marching with us even though they don't understand and they don't have to worry about their sons going out there every day, maybe getting killed by a cop. But they standing out there telling us, if you get these black brothers and sisters today, you're going to have to go through us. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. Man, thank you. Thank you. I did not come here to preach with an upside-down Bible. But if I did preach, I guarantee you I could give you what thus saith the Lord. I'm speaking from my heart concerning Black Lives Matter and all lives matter. If a house is on fire, the fire department comes. They don't hose the whole neighborhood. They get the house that's burning. So today, black houses are burning. Black lives are burning. Black people are burning. We come to tell you, I got enough common sense to know that all lives matter. All people come from God. But today is about our black house. It's about our black brothers and sisters who have been taken down by racist cops. It's about our children that we have to worry about when they go out in the street. That's what it's about. And you know what bothered me so much? That black body, that black, beautiful, big, glorious body was laying in the ground, dead as a doornail, with that cop looking out like he was the king of the hill. And I tried to talk about it, and people say, well, you don't really know if he was racist or not. My mama said, y'all want to talk about what mama said? My mama said, if you walk like a duck, and you look like a duck, and you quack like a duck, you is a duck. So I'm calling him out right now. They talked about what was in his heart, but they had the nerve to say out loud, what did George do to get shot, to get killed? What did he do? Why do they always think when black people get killed, they had to do something to get themselves killed? Why is it that we become suspect in our own murder? So what if somebody was on drugs? It wasn't no reason to take their life. So what if somebody was out there and running from the police? Y'all got enough ammunition to take them out with a tranquilizer gun. You ain't got to shoot them while they running in the back with a 357 Magnum. Come on. There's a white man out there sitting on the ground with his legs crossed who had dodged the police and was a suspect of 2 homicides. And they said, oh, sir, do you want a drink of water? It's too much, y'all. It's got to stop. So I can tell you why they had to die. I can tell you they was running with their hoodies on while black, eating Skittles. I can tell you why they had to die. They were walking along a white line in the road while black. I can tell you how they died and what was wrong with them. They were sleeping in their bed and got shot to death. I could tell you how they died, but it wasn't because of who they were. It was because of the color that they were. And I'm going to hurry up and wind down. What did Eric Garner do to die? Standing on the corner selling a couple of cigarettes. That's why he died. Chokehold, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. You know why he died? How? Jogging while black. It's got to stop. George Floyd was the camel, $20 counterfeit bill, and they took this man's life. They mattered. My sons and my daughters mattered. If you have a bunch of people, I got to tell them this. In the building in the capital city in Michigan, all these people came in with their AK-47s. If that was us, it'd have been another shootout. We'd have all been dead. And they'd have burned the building down to make sure none of us survived. We gotta stop. And we gotta keep our focus where it is. I'm gonna say this. Man, I'm trying to hurry, I promise you. I'm gonna say this. I'm trying to get it out. The looting and the shooting. Many times we say no justice, no peace. People think when I say that, they talking about if we don't get what we want, we gonna fight. It's gonna be violence. We're gonna burn the city down. Do y'all know who said if there is no justice, there's no peace? And if there's no peace, there's no justice? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was not talking about violence. He was saying if there's no movement, there's not going to be any revolution. If there's no revolution, if there's no type of, if we don't have the movement, we'll never have a resolution to the problem. When they finished rioting in 1968, 6 days later, the Civil Rights Law was passed. I just want to close by saying I'm skipping over my notes, but I thank them for the time that they gave me. I want to talk about voting. All of the people that was kicked out of Puerto Rico in the United States now. You know what I got to say to you? Voto Latino. Go vote. Voting. It will not solve everything, but our vote counts. And we got to get them people out the White House. We got to get them out the Senate. We got to get them out the city councils. We got to get the mayors out, because your mayors determine who your police are. I felt like I lived in hell, Washington, D.C., a demilitarized zone. 3 weeks ago, I was scared of driving while black. 2 weeks ago, I was scared of getting tear gas, gas bombed, and hit with rubber bullets. This past week, I was scared of the military. Black Hawks flying in the air trying to intimidate people. It's got to stop, you guys. It starts here, and it starts now, and it starts with us voting. So I want to close with telling you, I don't need Fox News to tell me who I am, how I should think, what I should do, where I should go, how I should act, who I should talk to, who I should represent. Don't need you. I'm a black woman, and I tell you like I see it, because I've lived it, and I'm living it now, and I'm going to live it until I die. So I can drop my notes now. Harriet Tubman, a black slave, who led people to freedom through the Underground Railroad safe houses. She told her people when they started out, she said, when you hear the dogs barking, keep moving. When you hear the hoofs from them horses, keep moving. When you hear the gunshots, keep moving. My brothers and sisters, black, brown, green, yellow, blue, purple, orange, black, keep moving. Keep moving toward justice for all, equality for all, peace for all. They went off and Colin Kaepernick took a knee. Now you got police captains taking a knee against injustice, taking a knee against poverty, taking a knee against police brutality. So y'all keep moving. Thank you, people. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, family. Thank you, new friends. Thank you. Thank you.